Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Brianna here, and today I'm going to talk to you about the ocean sunfish, also known as the Mola Mola. So I'm actually going to try and put some pictures on the screen, but I'm new at all of this, so just bear with me. If not, I'll have links down below so that you guys can go check it out for yourself. Bony fish. Well, gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb. The Mola Mola is the largest known bony fish. The adults typically weigh between 500 pounds and 2,200 pounds. So these fish can weigh over a ton, which is crazy. The adults are typically taller than they are long, which is strange. Hopefully I'll be able to put a picture here so you can see. They usually measure in at 14 feet from tip of fin to tip of fin, and then from their mouth to their clavus, they actually measure in at about 10 feet. They are native to tropical and temperate waters. It was originally believed that they consumed mostly jellyfish, but jellyfish actually only comprise maybe about 15% of the Mola Mola diet. They actually like to eat on small fish, fish larvae, crustaceans, and squid. Another crazy thing about the sunfish is the females can produce up to 300 million eggs. Yes, you heard me right. 300 million eggs at a time. So what happens is the female basically excretes the eggs, and then they float to the ocean floor, and then they are externally fertilized by the male sperm. Newly hatched sunfish larvae are approximately 1/10 of an inch long. So they come out so tiny when they're new babies, and then they have the potential to grow to 60 million times their birth size. What? 60 million times! That's huge. That is arguably the most extreme growth rate of any vertebrate. What? That's insane! So the babies are actually born with a back fin like any other fish, but as they grow and mature, that fin just doesn't grow with them, which is kind of unfortunate. It gives them a strange shape as they grow older. So that fin basically just folds in on itself and becomes the clavus, which is what they use to steer with in the water. Sunfish are pretty clumsy swimmers. They actually just waggle their dorsal and anal fins to propel themselves, and then they steer with the clavus, which is kind of neat, but also really strange. If you can find a video of them swimming, you'll see what I mean. They're really harmless to people, but they're huge and curious, so they will probably approach any divers, especially if they're in touristy areas where sport dives happen often. Typically, the sunfish is alone. They don't usually swim in schools. When the newborn, little tiny Mola Mola larvae emerge from the eggs, they typically kind of school together until they're big enough to eat and swim and live on their own. Once they reach that stage, they pretty much just disperse and create their own lives from there. The ocean sunfish is actually on the IUCN Red List as vulnerable. So this is the most widely accepted list of categories for extinction, and it's mostly because they accidentally, frequently, get captured in gillet fishery nets. Just in California alone, for only the swordfish fisheries, the Mola Mola makes up 30% of their total catch. This can be harmful for the sunfish. It can stress them out, and some places around the world, sunfish is actually considered a delicacy. And fishermen will often fin them, so they will remove their dorsal and anal fins and then leave the sunfish to nature, for lack of better words. The Mola Mola is actually banned for human consumption in the EU because they believe that there is a toxin in the fish that is harmful to humans. Not quite confirmed yet, but it's widely believed in the EU. The ocean sunfish doesn't really have a whole lot to worry about in terms of predators. Seals will sort of hunt them for sport, which is twisted and strange. But seals will snack on them along with orcas and some sharks. But typically, they just kind of float along and do their own thing. The lifespan of this giant fish is sort of unknown in the wild. In captivity, they live up to about 10 years, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. But there are so many extra requirements to keep them in captivity, not many places actually do. Some of these extras include parasite control, because the skin of the Mola Mola is actually very susceptible to parasites. In the wild, the Mola Mola have been known to breach the surface at heights of up to 10 feet. 10 feet above the surface of the water. Scientists believe that this is because they're trying to rid themselves of the parasites. So when they breach the water and splash back down, they're thinking that it's to help remove the parasites and shock them off of their bodies. Another is the amount of water that's required. Because the sunfish is so tall, it requires a really, really deep tank. And also, they don't really have great control over their fins because their fins aren't that proportionate to their body. So when they're swimming around, they tend to run into the glass. So some aquariums that have tried to house the sunfish, they've put up soft, clear nets in front of the glass so that when they do reach it, they're not bumping up against the glass and harming themselves. And also, it can help turn a squared-off aquarium into a round aquarium. But also, the diameter of the aquarium needs to be big enough so that when the fish is swimming, it can just swim in very large circles instead of getting stuck and cornered. Also, another cool thing about the sunfish is that they'll swim like normal, and then every now and then, say they have to dive pretty deep into cooler waters to hunt, when they come back up, they'll surface and sort of from here they'll just turn themselves, which is kind of neat, and then they'll sunbathe. That actually gives seabirds opportunity to eat the parasites off of the fish, so it's a pretty neat symbiosis that way. And then while they're swimming around, they allow feeder fish to come up and attach to them, and that creates a different kind of symbiosis, which pretty neat if you ask me. I will put all of my research links in the description box, along with links to some pictures and maybe some videos of the Mola Mola, just so that in case I can't put them on the screen, you guys can go look at them for yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. If you can think of anything else that you'd like for me to dive into, just leave a comment down below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel for more, hit the bell notification so that you can be the first to know when a new video comes up. And also remember to be kind, spread love, and stay curious. See you next time. Bye-bye.